guess what happened to me today? I am strolling through the supermarket, minding my own business, and then I hear it, like a faint whisper in the distance. It's J-Lo's Can't Get Enough.
Turn me on.
It was at that moment that I knew it was time for me to make this video. Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. We are watching part 2 of the This Is Me Now saga, I guess. We are watching the documentary. I heard more about this documentary than probably the original film. There's been a lot of TikToks and a lot of memes and things going around, but I am here to watch it for the first time, give you my reactions if you care to watch, and let's just have some fun. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the first part where I watched This Is Me Now. And I don't know, again, what to expect. Okay, first thought, this is a longer runtime than the original movie. So there's that. This is rated R. Okay, let's go, guys.
I've been married 4 times now.
We know, you're wearing a wedding dress. Okay, I actually had no idea that she had an album called This Is Me ... then. So you learn something new every day. Hence why it's called This Is Me Now. So she's talking about how she hadn't made an album in 18 years. So she made This Is Me Then 18 years ago. That's almost 20 years. And so we got This Is Me Then, This Is Me Now. You following? So one of her music producers said that she called him up being like, I have a story to tell that has like never been told in the world. Come on now. I can't even joke. I'm so tired. Do you believe that, Jennifer? That this was so important to tell right now or ever? Okay, so here we go. We have the part that I briefly mentioned in the last video where J-Lo is showing the crew and everybody this gift Ben gave her, and it's a book full of all the letters that they wrote each other and emails and every correspondence that they had from 20 years ago. And this was his gift to her on the first Christmas they were back together. So Ben, I'm not the first to ask this, but I feel like it's important. Did you keep all of those letters whilst married? Who am I to judge? The self-importance is not delicious. It became their Bible? She left the book in the studio and people would like rifle through it. This personal gift that Ben gave you. You know, I'm not here to talk about Ben and his other failed marriage, but I don't think he wanted other people looking through that. We were sitting there rifling through love letter number 1, love letter number 2. We're looking through it. We're gonna write this album. It's like 50 people and they're all like, okay. They're like, this is our starting point. I don't know some of these songwriters, but they have very interesting names. We got Ink, and then we got Fangs with 2 A's.
You've been showing all the musicians all those letters. And they were like, yeah, we call you Pen Affleck. And I was like, oh my God.
Not Pen Affleck. Oh my God, the freeze frame that I just froze on is... That's pretty good. He's all of us. Okay, see, even the way that he's talking, I feel like he can't take it seriously. Okay, Ben just said, period, mic drop. He said that the greatest love story never told, but you're telling it. I'm like, we're all confused, Benny. We are all confused. Oh my gosh, get into her little bedazzled Starbucks thermos thing. Get into it. Okay, the audacity to compare this to Prince's Purple Rain. I'm gonna say it, Prince is rolling around in his grave, hearing that. How dare you?
How dare she? How dare she? How dare she?
How dare you bring Prince into this? So apparently the director of the This Is Me Now is Dave Meyers, and he had worked with J-Lo on some music videos in the past. Like, this is so, they're acting so serious. Dave is saying we're taking the emotion of what she's gone through and we're playing with that. We co-wrote, we wrote many drafts. I'm like, you guys, the seriousness of this ridiculousness is out of this world. Did that sentence make sense? Ben's kind of giving her a hard time because she's supposed to be playing like a 28-year-old version of herself, and he's like, but you're not. And you weren't then. I guess when they met and got together the first time. Ben! Coming at her! What is this?
Yep. Yep.
He's so unserious. The sparkly Starbucks cup makes another appearance! But it's a different color! I'm gonna be looking for it like, where's Waldo in every scene, you guys? So one of her managers is telling her that, I guess, the studio who had their name on this movie pulled out, but all I care about is seeing that Starbucks cup again. Oh my gosh, so not subtle that they have Ben Affleck's 2 Oscars in this shot, because I was like thinking for a second, I was like, Oscars? J-Lo? And then I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. So here's the part where she talks about how she's gonna pay for her own movie. She's gonna finance this, because whoever gave her the $30 million to make it, they pulled out. And so now she has to do it herself.
Famous cardinal sin in Hollywood.
Yeah, girl, listen to your mans, because Ben would know, right?
About investing in yourself.
It was about investing in yourself, literally. It was a dance break. Why do they have to interweave, like, shots of her old footage from, like, 20 years ago?
My videos with her have been like...
Oh, that's why.
Alright, Dan.
Oh, that's why. Because we gotta see Mr. Director, his music videos with her, right?
The story, and you know, just a...
So director says we're all open to cuts, right? And J-Lo says budget cuts, and he's like, no, scene cuts. And she's like, absolutely not. That's not an option.
You need to leave!
We're filming everything she wrote, you guys. I love during this whole like montage they're playing Under Pressure, because J-Lo's under pressure right now. Now we're getting a fashion montage. J-Lo's just trying on a bunch of different dresses. I don't know how long this is gonna be. It's been like 5 minutes. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it feels like that.
You get down with fat?
She's good.
You get down with fat?
So J-Lo was saying that Anthony Ramos, the guy from In the Heights, as she calls him, that she wanted him to be one of the husbands or something. And he was saying he's friends with her ex, Mark Anthony. She's still trying to persuade him to be in this film. She's like, I'm not gonna pinpoint him, but this is about me and my life and relationships. So this is so cringe. Anthony Ramos is so talented. Okay, right now the casting director is telling J-Lo that all of these stars aren't unable to make cameos in her film.
Jason Momoa's not available, Jennifer Coolidge not available.
Okay, now we have the scene about Derek Huff in the wedding.
I want you to call Derek.
J-Lo says something along the lines of, nobody wants to say no to me. They don't like the material. As actors, I've done it myself or something, but it's just like, what do you mean no one wants to say no to you? They're doing it right now. She's saying that people are scared to put themselves out there. So in this scene, we have Ben talking to Jennifer, and she's basically like, oh, you're used to seeing me schleppy around the house in sweatpants. He's like, don't do this BS of I'm not pretty. She's giving pick me right now, I'm sorry. And Ben can smell it! Smells bad.
What's that smell? What smell? Ooh. You stink.
So we kind of get this moment where Jane Fonda is telling her that she doesn't think it's a good idea to make this film.
Jane? Yeah, is this Jennifer?
It is, hi.
Oh, hi, sweetheart. Oh, thanks for calling. First of all, I want you to know that I don't entirely know why, but I feel invested in you and Ben. I really want this to work. However, this is my concern. Like it feels too much like you're trying to prove something instead of just living it. You know, every other photograph is the two of you kissing, the two of you hugging. That's us living our lives.
So this is why this movie is so long. We just got like a 10-minute scene of J-Lo picking out which mud she likes, and they went to set and the conveyor belt wasn't working, so they had to leave. So her manager is telling the team, this is not a music video. Please stop referring to it as a music video. It's not gonna function like a music video. Like, he's offended.
I said what I said!
So Dave Meyers just said that when her and Ben broke up the first time, it like wrecked her constitution. You have many contacts among the lumberjacks. Like, what are you guys talking about? Not Ben. He's asking her, do you forgive me? Because he's like, in order to move on, you have to forgive. And so he's like, do you forgive me? And they kind of just like pause. And it's like, at this point, you guys are married and everything seems good. So I don't know what's happening. But now we get Jennifer Lewis coming into the fold, and I love Jennifer Lewis. Who doesn't? I knew it was her on The Masked Singer. Let's get some serotonin with Miss Jennifer Lewis.
Calling me down here to do a cameo, bitch.
We love it.
My agent called me. Jennifer Lopez is doing a music video. I said, okay, what does that have to do with me? I don't do music videos. I'm Jennifer Lewis, got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Why would I show up for a music video? Even if it is J-Lo, I'm J-Lo.
Ah! Yes! Yes, we have the Zodiacs doing their cameos right now, and it seems like nobody is interested. Jennifer Lewis is like, I do not follow astrology, and we know how Neil deGrasse Tyson feels. So we're at the intervention scene, and Ben Affleck is laughing behind the scenes because he knows. Okay, so this actor, I think he's playing one of her boyfriends in the movie. He comes up to Ben and Jennifer, and he's excited to meet Ben, and he says, when are you guys doing a movie together next? Last one was Jiggly, right?
It's turkey time.
Huh?
Gobble, gobble.
We don't talk about Jiggly. I kind of feel bad for the people who are working on this, because they're like, I put so much work into this, and this is the hardest project that I've ever done in my life. And it's like, I don't know, I don't want to be like, you knew what you were getting into, but at the end of the day, it's just, there's still people with lives and careers, and they're just trying to do their best. But this is so sad, because I just think that she's the one pulling the strings, and she's the one who could have made this stop. But it's just, it's hard to watch at times. So now we're kind of getting a montage of like all these expensive shots and equipment that they need, and they're playing the song, Money, That's What I Want. I could have chosen any key to sing that in, and I chose that one. Anyway, because she is financing this herself. Okay, now we're getting more backstory on Jennifer herself, and this is almost 50 minutes into the movie. I've learned she is a middle child, so there's that. So she says her mother was a narcissist, center of attention, you know, the life of the party type person. Let's just go to the first part of that sentence. Narcissist, center of attention. Interesting. Now we're kind of at this infamous part of the movie that I've been seeing all around TikTok, all around YouTube, all around everywhere. So Jennifer is working out in her gym, which we get like 2 solid minutes of, and then we see this.
I like taking my hair out like this. It reminds me like when I was 16 in the Bronx, running up and down the block. That crazy little girl who used to be wild.
So I heard from somebody who worked on the movie, not personally, but this person who worked on the movie went on Instagram or something and said that this shot they did like 12 takes of, and allegedly, you know, this person is saying that.
Little fun fact, I was on the set of that shoot. It took her 12 times. We did 12 takes for that commercial. 12 takes. 12 takes. That's insane. Now we have Fat Joe giving a little confessional, and he's reminiscing about their work together.
Joe, you the dawn.
Jenny, you the bomb. Any man disrespect to this girl.
Now they're shooting Rebound, and Jennifer is explaining to the cast and crew what the word rebound means. I'm not kidding. Part of this feels like satirical. It almost feels like a fake documentary, like an SNL skit at some time. Are you excited to talk to us today? Excited wouldn't be the word I would use. You don't want the real story from me. What I had to understand was it wasn't about loving him, right? It was about loving me. You guys, I want to fall asleep. I'm so bored. This is so boring. Now we get to see the filming of Hearts and Flowers with the infamous mud. J-Lo is stressed. She couldn't go to Ben Affleck's movie premiere because she's working really hard on this movie. There's like, I want to say it's a chiropractor or someone, like physical therapist working on her. And then she's just kind of like having a little boo-hoo moment right now. Okay, confession, I did hear about this scene beforehand. How one of J-Lo's managers spends like 5 minutes in this film trying out her exercise equipment in her house because that's going to illustrate the greatest love story never told. While her husband is away at a movie premiere and she's like crying about it. This is so cringe. It's so bad. So I did hear that it was cool to kind of see the behind the scenes stuff, and for like a technical aspect, it totally is. Like this scene that I'm watching right now of like them doing the hearts and flowers and she's putting the rose in the flames and stuff, like it's really cool to see that with the green screen. Yeah. Jane is here to shoot her scene and she says, I don't understand this. She's a good friend to do this for Jennifer. She's loyal. Jane doesn't understand what thirsty means because it's one of her lines saying that the Pisces is thirsty zodiac symbol, okay? And J-Lo is trying to explain to her what it means. She's like, you know, when people are posting their body on Instagram, like they're thirsty. And she goes, oh, like you? Jane! We love it. Jason Derulo worked on this album, apparently.
Jason Derulo.
I just saw like a smash cut of him. Excuse me, Jason Derulo, where have you been? Someone bought the film and they are celebrating because they have finished shooting. They are out of here. They're donezo. They are ready to go home. Yes, and we get another appearance from the Starbucks cup, and I'm so happy to see it. It was floating around in many different shapes and colors throughout this whole documentary, and it kept me on my toes, was the only thing. It was the only thing that made me happy. This was the longest hour and a half of my life, and I'm exhausted. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe here and on my official website, and let me know if I should cover any more musicals or musical films in the comment section.
You're doing amazing, sweetie!